All right. My apologies. Actually, I think that should be a little bit better. I think for whatever reason, there's a little bit of a delay on the other side. Let me know if you guys can hear me. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to The Den. If you're not familiar with The Den, The Den is the best conversation on the entire. You can search high, you can search low, no matter where you may go. You will not find a better conversation than The Den. The reason why this conversation is so great is because the wonderful people like you, except for whatever Jason that's just put in the chat, the wonderful people like you, man, who make this conversation what it is. So it's a little conversation. I've been meaning to do a short, right? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get into the short. I know the shorts is where it's at, and I know I gotta like rock with that, and then maybe that. I don't know, man, because I like the crowd that we have, but sometimes a little breath of fresh air brings some new victims into the den. It's always good. But yeah, so it's a video I want to talk about tonight. It's a short video, and some of you people are gonna say, "Oh, Hunter, you fucking tripping. It's not even that big a deal, right?" But I think it is a much bigger deal than a lot of people are making it. And then I got another little problem. So we had the Denline the other night, right? And that was a thing. And so I forgot what service I was using for that. Like, I know the phone number and everything, but I don't remember the service I was using, so I can't do my back end shenanigans. So yeah, I don't even know how that's gonna work this evening. So we may or may not have a Denline tonight. So I tried to call myself, but that shit didn't work. It just gave it a busy signal. So I gotta figure out how we're gonna handle that, right? I really gotta figure out how we're gonna handle that, because that is very unfortunate. But let's see what we got joining us this evening, and then let's get into some good conversation, or if I can get this thing working. All right, can I pop that out, please? All right, so way before anybody got in here, I see the lovely Miss K. Grace was holding it down. Devontae, what's the motherfucking deal? Houston B, what's the motherfucking deal? Lovely Miss Bell, hope you're doing well. Jason S. with the very interesting comment. Broderick is here. I don't think anybody's really that concerned about that. I know what I need to do. I need to do something very important. The other night when we were live, someone called in, right? And it was a first-time caller. And I believe her name was Miss Muriel. I believe so. And I don't know. I don't know if I came across it. I didn't really go back and watch it, but I thought about it afterwards. Because the voice sounded very familiar to someone else I know. I thought it was somebody possibly playing a joke, so I might have been a little stale or standoffish. I don't know how I came across, but I know what I was thinking in the moment, so I did want to apologize if I did come off that way. And then I had to try to verify with that individual, and they were like, "No, I didn't even watch your shit. I don't like your stupid stream. Is what I call you." So there's that, right? But let's get into it. So I got a video, right? It's not gonna be a long stream tonight because I have to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I fucks with y'all, right? I fuck with y'all for real. But yeah, I like sleep, especially on them 3:30 days. So I got this video, right? This video's been out for a couple of days, and I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna kind of break it down. And in the meanwhile, while I'm breaking it down, I'm gonna try to fix the Denline if I can, and if I can't, well, my apologies. I'll figure it out sometime when I get off tomorrow. Doodly. So let me play this, right? Let me stop. Let me lower this music here just a little bit. Let me play this, and I want y'all to tell me, this might be a new segment. I'm gonna call it "Am I Tripping?" Right? Am I tripping? So just let it play. Y'all tell me, right? Y'all tell me what's going on. Okay. So first, I'm gonna just let it play through. I don't. I'm not gonna say nothing, right? Because I want y'all to. Like, the den is about you thinking for yourself. I don't want you to come in here and be like, oh, I want to agree 100% with everything that Huncho says because I like Huncho. No, you should feel free to be able to disagree. Like, that's what makes us better people. We can see different points of views, different opinions on things. So if you disagree, I would definitely like to hear from you, especially if I get the goddamn Denline working. Anyway. Damn ladybug is still up there. All right. So I'm gonna play it again, but I'm gonna kind of slow it down, and I'm gonna point some things out. I wish I had my shit set up where I used to have a little shit where I could draw on the screen. I'm like I say, slowly but surely, piece by piece, I'm gonna start putting things back. Now, right? So let's give some context to what you just watched, right? I'm a little bit of context. I'm gonna give you more as I kind of get into it. And then we're gonna watch it probably 2 or 3 different times. We're gonna see if your thoughts on this change, if it makes you even more angry, or if you like, I already fucking know what it is, right? So here we go. Okay. Actually, I got this off Twitter. So I haven't been on TikTok in quite some time. My account actually got deleted for some reason, and I had to make a new one. And I'm gonna start dancing on TikTok. I'm gonna give me a follow. That's all it takes. The funky chicken or something. But let's talk about it, right? So first and foremost, this is on a cruise. Okay. This is on a cruise. I really wish I had my little scroll thing so I could point this shit out. Shout out Studio Mansion. What's the motherfucking deal? So like I said, I'm gonna point some shit out to you, right? And again, y'all let me know if I'm tripping, okay? Let me know if I'm tripping. No, these are young ladies. They're not. But this, like I said, this is on a cruise, right? This is late night on a cruise. This lady is under the influence. And where's the thing? Let's press play. All right, so cool. Oh, gotta play it again. You got kids doing what they're doing, right? You're mainly the girl. You got a bunch of little dudes up at the top of the stairs seeing what is going on. Oh, we're fishing for some attention. Bow, right? Oh, drunk black lady gets off the fucking elevator. But I'll be telling y'all about females. There's attention over there. Oh, I can't go without getting me some of that. So, one, already these little kids, it's late. These motherfuckers need to be in bed anyway. I don't give a fuck if you're on a cruise. I don't give a fuck if you're on the news. If you're singing the blues, you know what I'm saying? Watching Blues Clues. Take your ass to bed. Anyway, dancing in the middle of the like, see, what I be telling you? What's my saying? More than 3, I will not be. Look, that counts for a kid. Like, look, bro. This might be a video for it. This is a video. This is a conversation I want to have for a day when the line is working, because we're going to talk about dealing with other people's problematic kids, right? Because there was a video with a guy who was on an airplane with a crying baby, and I need to find it before we get into it. But anyway, badass kids in the hall. Well, badass little girls in the hall making TikToks. little nosy ass niggas watching it, right? So this lady gets off, doesn't even really know these people. Now I had to go on the Twitters and get the timeline. She's loving every bit of the attention she's getting, right? Because, you know, you got thirsty ass, lame ass niggas, oh, I think I got some cake right there. Anyway, bitch look like a whole goofball. Anywho, so free attention, let me get some, right? Now, this young man comes and tries, the only sensible person in the vicinity of this situation, right? The only sensible person in the vicinity of this situation, a little young man, right? But you get the noticing, the Twitter investigating. Apparently, this is her son. We talk about certain things, we talk about certain people. It's been a while since we talked about it, but let's believe. I got plenty to talk about. We talk about these things, right? We talk about these things. One, we already know who's not in the picture, right? This is obvious, right? Because the son has to act like the man in the picture, right? He has to come try to stop his goofy mama from doing this goofy ass shit. And then all the people go, oh, he was hating. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here, right? If you know your mama acting a damn fool, you would try to stop it, I would think. Or you just gonna sit there and let it, whatever. Anyway, so fine and dandy. The only person with some sense here, the young man tries to cover the shit up. Now, I want y'all to watch what happens next, because like I said, this is a multi-tiered video. There's a lot of shit going on in what seems to be jazzercise. A lot more going on, right? So anywho, let's keep going. Now, she pushed the fuck out that little nigga. Let me bring this back real quick. Pushed the fuck out this little nigga. Why? This is the problem that we have in this country. Is we're teaching certain individuals that they got free reign to do some anything. Now, had that little boy hauled off and turned around and hit him with a tiger uppercut, everybody be talking about he's wrong, he's a boy, he's a this, he's a that, right? Like they would be highly upset, right? Again, it's just some innocent fun. I don't know. Push the shit out of him, right? Now, let's keep playing the video. So I just want y'all to notice something. Because, again, some people say I look too deeply into shit. You know what I mean? But what I always tell y'all, red flags equal body bags. Now they getting pushed and all them getting attacked. For what? What they getting pushed for? Now, I don't know if y'all noticed something, especially towards the end of this video. Because what did I just say? Free attention. Some attention going on. Look who
taught me. What you do, son?
Free attention. They can't do without it. So again, now, these are just my thoughts on this video, because it's a small sample of a lot of problems that I see us have, especially in our community, especially in, society as a whole, right? So, again, you got the thirst-seeking behavior. I be goddamn, ain't no motherfucking way. But y'all want to let your kids get on social media, do whatever, that's on y'all. Because I'm telling y'all, like, it was a joke I watched, but I actually think it's going to be really funny. Like, I believe in the future, there will be studies that are done, and they will say how bad it was for people to let their kids get on the internet at such a young age, right? I mean, we already know it's like, yeah. Oh, really? I didn't even know that was the song was about. And that's what I'm saying. Like the little song. I knew it was some little inappropriate type shit. But again, nobody cares these days. Like shit. Even back in the day, at least we had the edited version, right? Like y'all ever used to listen to the shit on the radio? And I know you can't keep trying. It's the radio. We got too much technology. But nobody keeps my goddamn phone. They don't have a goddamn phone. They don't have as much access to the shit. The motherfuckers don't need to talk to nobody. Get a goddamn landline. Shit, get them the old Nokia with the fucking push buttons. That shit still work. You don't need no goddamn 5G. But again, right? Well, everybody else is doing it, and that's why your kid gonna fall into the same trap everybody else is. But like I say, it's wild because like I said, you had the radio edit where sometimes they change the lyrics up, and you had to fucking guess. You know what I'm saying? Blackbeard. You had to guess what the fuck they were talking. They change the lyrics up, or they swap out the words or something. They put the little scratch in there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, nobody care. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck if their kids listening to all this crazy shit. And so shit that is accepted as normal to the youth nowadays is because their parents just don't give a fuck. And they wonder why the kids are fucking disrespectful, why they don't give a fuck, why they really out there tripping. You know what I'm saying? But again, not my problem. I'm just here to provide a little bit of social commentary. Anyway, right? So like I said, another thing. Instead of saying, hey, all you little motherfuckers need to get out the fucking hallway, especially people coming back and forth and doing all this instead of causing a fucking clusterfuck, there's a reason they ain't in the goddamn room, because you don't want them in the motherfucking room with your ass, because they probably bad and they probably fucking annoying and shit, you got a whole little fucking... You got a damn lacrosse team there, right? I don't know how many people play on the field of lacrosse. It just sounded suitable for the situation. But anyway, what? I was the same way. Look, hold on. I'm going to tell y'all, like, so, look. Oh, shit. All right, I'm back when I was young, right? Did you say... I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyway, I got time. I got my glasses on. That's so I can't see it. But the crazy part about it though is that, like I said, nobody gives a fuck. Like with Pony and all that. When I was young, what was this? Oh, the song I learned, right? And this is how I know kids be picking shit up. I won't say it's my favorite song, but probably the song I knew the lyrics to before anything fucking else. Oh, you talking about the Missy shit? Oh yeah, exactly. Was Clarence Carter Stroking, right? But I knew I wasn't supposed to be listening to that shit. I knew what he was talking about. He stroked it to the east, he stroked it to the west. He stroked it to the woman that he loved the best, right? So my mama caught me singing that shit. Actually, I was at my auntie house. They caught me singing that shit. After first laughing a little bit, I got the chastised. I didn't get whooped or nothing for it, but I got chastised, got corrected for it, right? Why it was inappropriate. What was the other song that used to come on? Remember Me So Horny? Oh, Me So Horny, right? So, like, shit like that was outrageous for the radio back then. I remember, Tell Me Something Good. I remember I used to always hear the radio version, and when I heard the real version of Tell Me Something Good from UG, I was like, oh, this is significantly different. You know what I mean? But now, it was a shocker, right? Like, it was a stunning thing. Now, you just raise your kids like that, you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a shocker to them. So the things that were meaningful, I guess you would say, and I said, don't mean shit now. I was, what was that? Matter of fact, I was in Kingwood the other day. And I was at work, and there was a bunch of motherfucking kids outside playing football at this particular place. And I'm listening, these little motherfuckers can't be, 8, 9, 10, and there's adults in the vicinity, right? These little motherfuckers cussing and saying whatever they want. The little motherfucker with the Bret Hart glasses on, he doing the most, because, he a little bad motherfucker. He's probably the worst. He's probably the ringleader of them motherfuckers. Like, and I'm just like, dog, like, I was just surprised. But, is it the kids or is it the way they're being raised, right? Look at their role models. What role models do they really have? You know what I mean? If random lady jumps off of the elevator and starts twerking in your TikTok video. And nobody says nothing. The only other grown woman that comes around, come running to come jump in and dance too. She probably kicked y'all out the room because she didn't want your bad asses in there. And now, and again, I'm making all this up. This is my scenario, right? Allow me to make my scenario as I please. But again, you don't have any real good examples around you, right? So who can blame them? Who can be upset with them? Because nobody's teaching them anything, right? Nobody's telling them what you're doing is wrong. And that's kind of the thing, because like I said, I remember I watched Monique, right? I watched Monique, right? That's a great song. It's an amazing song. I remember watching the Monique thing, right? After, I talked all that shit about Monique and, how I felt like she didn't deserve Dave Chappelle type money and all that stuff. And, I said, put something out there if it's good. Motherfuckers gonna roll with it, do you another one, then, start making that money. Because these motherfuckers, Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, are actively putting out specials, right? So, anywho, I watched it, right? I watched it. It was terrible. It wasn't good to me. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. And I watched it. I removed all bias because I actually used to really like Monique, right? And just when she kind of got with all the crying stuff, I just kind of, just go put it into work. Like, I'm not gonna feel bad for a celebrity. But it wasn't good. It really wasn't. Like, it might have had one or two things that I sniggled at, right? Like there was no full blown laughter, and so cool, whatever. It was more like felt like more like a monologue than anything. Anyway, so I'm saying all this to say, but she said something about her beef with the bonnet people, right? And so what she was saying is that basically the bonnet people told her that nobody ever told them it was not appropriate, right? And so after you've been doing something for so long and nobody ever said, hey, that's not appropriate, then are you at fault for doing it? If nobody told you it was the wrong thing to do, and then by the time you've gotten to damn near adulthood, you've been doing it all your life, you know what I'm saying? I'm scowling at you and only you, Professor Trill. I'm very angry, with you. But no, it's just that I've been working on my views a lot lately, right? And so that's why I say I'm going to make a segment and call it, Am I Tripping? Am I overthinking these things? Because to me, this scenario did a lot, especially because this video went viral. So the kids who were in this video probably loving the attention, but they don't know why it went viral. They probably don't know the wrong thing, why it's wrong. And so now this is going to be considered acceptable, right? Because you see this everywhere. You see it everywhere you go. Motherfuckers just jump out and just start it's like the brain fucking shuts off and they just start shaking their ass. Cause they don't know what else to do with themselves, right? You see, I've literally seen, that's just people on the internet. I've seen this shit happen in real fucking life. Look, you ever want to see a motherfucker go full tard immediately, right? I'll tell you what to do. It will happen. It will absolutely happen, right? Hear me out. Get you a portable speaker, a little Beat speaker, whatever, a little Bluetooth speaker. If you got Spotify, cool. Use, YouTube Music, whatever, streaming shit you use. Some of y'all use Tidal. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. Go to any. Matter of fact, do it this weekend coming up, right? I'll tell you exactly how to do it. It might happen for you. Hear me out. You know what I'm saying? Hear me out. Go to your local Juneteenth celebration. It's okay, even if you're Hispanic, if you're white, you can go, right? Tell them Huncho gave you a pass to the cookout. You're more than willing to go. Take the Bluetooth speaker, take your Spotify account, and put on Back that ass up. Now, every African American individual in here, y'all know I don't use the term African American, in this chat right now knows exactly what would happen. And make sure it's the explicit version. Don't play the radio edit version because the radio edit version ain't got the right part, right? Everybody knows exactly. Oh, yeah, if Juvie said today, hey, I'm gonna remake a video to back, it would be worse than tip drill. Like, it would be worse than tip drill. Yeah, Trill caught. I didn't even see that you caught. Exactly. Roxilla, what's the motherfucking deal? Yeah, like, you play that, right? You play that song and watch people go full tar. I went to the rodeo, right? And I had a great time at the rodeo, right? Went to the rodeo, the Bun B night, right? Bun B brought a bunch of people out. He did a whole kind of Sail in the South thing. He brought out motherfuckers, I forgot he brought out Crit, he brought out Face, he brought out Juvie, he brought out 8-Ball MJG, he brought out Tila. Tila was a real treat, right? Because a lot of people aren't familiar with Tila, but Tila was one of my favorite artists growing up. He brought out Charlie Boy, Erykah Badu, bunch of people. I said Manny Fresh, looking like a shiny lesbian. And so he saved the best for last, which was Juvie. But Juvie was most fitting, well, technically best for last. Juvie was the most fitting because Juvie has a song called Rodeo, right? So, you know, that definitely works. But when Cash Money taking over for the 9-9 in the 2000, you saw a stadium. And again, this group of musicians is not for the youth. This is not for 20-year-olds. This is probably not for under 35-year-olds. This is like, being general, like 33 and up, right? So you're talking about an older crowd, right? And again, I'm still thinking that's being a little generous. And when I say they lost their fucking minds, went batshit, like, as soon as they were like, it was just like Cash Money taking it, and all the brain power drained down into ass power. And the asses were shaking. It was glorious. They were everywhere, right? But it's not appropriate. But motherfuckers twerking on the damn rails, like, it's a like, I mean, losing it. Your auntie, your grandma, I mean, they were losing it. They're like, it wasn't the craziest shit I ever seen, but it was fucking ridiculous. Like, so, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, so, why are we programmed this way? Like, why is it this way? But again, like I say, you see this stuff, and again, I think there's a lot of factors that go into it, right? And we can talk about a lot of different. I really wish I knew what I did with the fucking phone number. I really wish I did. I have no idea. But like I said, it's just so much blame to go around, right? We can blame any and everybody. But at this point, I've come to the realization that blaming motherfuckers ain't gonna do shit. We'll never, ever, ever get anything done blaming people. Because blaming people just makes motherfuckers defensive, and, you know, nobody wants to fix the shit, right? We gotta get to a point where we really gotta find workable solutions. But the problem with that is everybody don't want the same solution, right? Some people think that this is okay. Some people are like, there's no problem here, you're overdoing it. Some people are like, this is very detrimental, right? Because again, we keep it playing. Let me, because there's another part I wanted to make sure I got it all the way right. And for those of you who may not have saw when we first came in, we bring it back to the beginning. Right? What? All right, so let's go play all the way through. Right? That's what I'm saying. See how he's pushing all these little niggas now? Again, reverse that. Let that have been a little boy. Y'all be screaming all kind of right? Now, couple of things.
Top me in the
Couple of things. Like I said, let's look at the sexism angle, right? Because if we flip the script, right? If it was some little niggas doing that shit and the chick came and got it in the way or whatever, they pushed it, y'all be talking about they wrong, they're not gentlemen. Why is it okay for us to raise young ladies without manners anymore? But we expect the men to still be traditional and, do all these things. But this kind of behavior is okay, right? Because this is not a one-off thing, right? And she obviously has no push because she pushed 2 or 3 different little boys, like aggressively. It wasn't like no, it was like, get the fuck out the way, you're trying to steal some of the attention, right? Why is that okay? Why is that acceptable? You know what I'm saying? She said, convinced when you go away, the world goes to shit, so stop leaving. Man, I'm gonna tell you what it is, right? I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's not that when I go away, the world goes to shit. The world has been shit. It's always been shitty. But when we come together in the den, we find a way to laugh at it. So it doesn't seem as serious. It don't seem as bad. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Yeah. Oh man, Rob, I'm trying to figure it out. My nigga Rob, I need to hear from Rob, man. But yeah, it's like, but this is what I'm saying. Like this is where we are, right? And again, this is on a cruise, right? So let's look at lots of these little elements, right? They saw the lady coming up the stairs. One, she's a dumbass. We don't get on her dumbass. But it's like, this is the part where the kids don't have manners, and who's to blame? The fucking parents and the parent, because we know how situations go nowadays. Back when we were young, we saw an adult coming, whether you knew the motherfucker or not, you got out the way. You let the adult, you have respect for your elders. Like, you let them pass through, then go back to doing what you're doing. I don't care if you're playing basketball, they walk across the middle of the, I don't give a fuck what you're doing, right? You move out the way, let the elder individual pass through, you're going about your way. But again, when you got people who have the mindset of children, raising children, doing the same and engaging in the same behaviors as children, then shit, what can we expect, right? And the sad thing about it is, this is not like, oh, this is a one-off thing, Hunter, you're blowing it out of proportion. I believe this is the majority amount of the current population, especially of black folks, especially black women. But then again, you let your son see this. Like I said, the son, like he had a little bit of sense. What happened? He gets pushed out of the way. Nobody says nothing. Nobody says shit. It's like, hey, if that's your son, and this is the lady who was twerking that he came and this little girl pushed shit, you don't say shit? Like, and like I said, she had a whole little Twitter feed. Oh, I let kids be kids. Fuck that. That's the fucking problem that we have right now. Parents want to be buddy-buddy with their kids. I'm going to let kids be. Kids don't know shit. Kids are stupid. Your job is to guide them every fucking step of the way. Back in the day, the old 90s TV shows, 80s TV shows, 70s, kids be 17, 18, 20, 21. The parents still giving them fucking life lessons. Motherfuckers feel like as soon as the kids learn how to use the phone, they can Google it. Like, I ain't finna teach them shit. And then when they fucking ass is out of control, if something happened to them, woe is me, my kid's a good kid. Well, you don't know any better because your ass in the motherfucking phone. You know what I'm saying? You in the shit out there. Like, you don't know shit. Like, parents today don't know shit about their children, right? Like, you don't know anything because most parents today are too enamored with the social media themselves, right? They're too distracted themselves. You're not supervising. Just like we were talking about how we had the radio. Well, there was fewer means of attaining this shit. But shit, think about it. If you was anything like me at a young age, you know what I'm saying? I'm not condoning this behavior, but shit, you don't need it now. You got the fucking internet. But shit, I used to be in junior high, try to go get the tapes from the store. I always looked older, you know what I'm saying? And then the little dude at the store, he ain't give a fuck. He'd sell us the shit, you know what I'm saying? Or motherfuckers would find a stash somewhere. So it's like, motherfuckers would go out of their way to get into mischief that they weren't supposed to be getting into. Now it's super convenient. But motherfuckers think, oh, they're just in their room. They're not doing it. Hey, motherfuckers are getting indoctrinated. These are not your kids. Fucking, the fucking streamers are raising your kids. The fucking TikTokers are raising your kids. Because that's what your kids want to be. You're not as cool as them, right? They look at these motherfuckers and follow their life and they're fucking idiots. And then, they indoctrinate your kids and then you don't even know what the fuck is going on. Say the U of H coach story. Which one are you talking about? Oh, you talking about when I did tell that story. Did I told that story here? There might have been a confession night story. There's been some good confessions that have gone back in the thing. But you get me distracted. See, I'm over on a rant right now. But again, can you be mad at the children when this is who's raising the children, right? And then so you say, well, what do you do about it? How do you fix it? How do you correct it? There's a couple of ideas that I have. There was a great conversation that took place in the Discord. If y'all ain't been fucking with the Discord, got to make the Discord great again, because every time we get in that motherfucker, there are great conversations. That's why I love the Den being from so many different backgrounds, perspectives. I don't think they're in here, but Spitz and Big M had a great conversation going. And then, not the Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen wife one, not that one, but it was another one. And it was a great conversation. Like, I actually want to make it a topic, and that's why I'm mad that the phone's not working. I'm gonna have to figure out what I have no idea. I would have thought I had an email or something, but I didn't even download the fucking app, so I really don't even know what program I used last time. It was new. I did it right before the stream, and so I have no idea. I didn't memorize the name or nothing. So my fault on that, but I will get that figured out. But there are some great conversations to be had. So this is what our people are today. Do you think that is, brother? Is there a way to correct it? Do you think there is a resolution? Shout out to White Persuasion. Shout out to the OG, triple OG, quadruple OG, Den folk. The ones who used to be here, especially when the line first opened, and we used to get those very unique calls. The pizza call and the pharmacy call, and what was the other one I used to? What was the other one? Oh, Chicago Mike is an OG, triple OG classic, but it was the it was the little prank calls that used to come in. But it's fucked up, man, because what do you do? What can you do? Like, is there really a solution? Or, is it to the point where it's so far gone where, fuck it, right? And let's be honest, right? So let's talk about something. I think we need clarity in the Den, because, like I said, I think there's different types of people, different mindsets and everything. That's why I love the Den, right? Because I talk about a lot of things, and from a certain perspective, as this is what we should be doing, right? And I know right from wrong, right? I don't always choose to do right, but I know right from wrong, right? Oh, Cliff and Daniel? I definitely found that one too. So I engage in debauchery from time to time. I engage in shenanigans from time to time. I engage in tomfoolery quite often. Yet, I do know right from wrong. So I don't encourage it. I don't promote it. I may tell y'all some stories or something. Don't do what I did, or don't do the things that I've done, right? But that's the problem, is that we have so many people who engage in these same behaviors, but they don't look at it as a right from wrong. You know what I mean? I know when I'm doing things I have no business. I'm well aware, and I do it. And I know that there is a cost and a consequence to it, whether it's monetary, whether it's disciplinary, whether it's whatever, right? Whatever it could be. So there's a big movement in Christ going on that's not promoted, of course. Oh, no. No, nobody wants you Bible thumpers and your movement. But, So, Roger, let's talk, man. Me and Roger gonna do this. All right, because I'm trying to, like I said, in the sauce too, because I'm trying to get a good schedule going, because like my schedule is wavy through the week, but I think I almost got it ironed out. But the weekends definitely. But me and Roger, because it's certain things I'm trying to say today, but not say because I have topics that I want to do in the near future that I don't want to venture all the way off into, because then I'm going to really start talking about some other things, you know what I'm saying? Cost benefit analysis. Perfect. Thank you. Lovely Miss K. Grace, how are you doing this evening? Delta Echo Golf. I see Roman in the building. Let me see. Let me D the Gamma in the building. Yeah, I'm in this motherfucker like, I can't remember his name. Anyway. You announcing your call to preach this Sunday at church. It's Reverend Brooks now. Okay. Congratulations. Y'all have some type of video service at the church? Because I would never go see you in person. I would be embarrassed. But if y'all have some kind of video service, we play it in Discord or something, and we will judge you righteously. No bullshit though. But let me clean up my language. So we are talking about a church service, but we also are talking about projects. So it's kind of like this is a very confusing. This is a dilemma. But well, congratulations on that. But like, if y'all got some kind of like video service or something like that, man, I'll put up in the Discord or something Sunday. Everybody give us a good word from Brother Broderick. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, Broderick. For sure. But I want to ask, I'm actually glad about that, because I want to, I need to bring back preacher, bishop, pastor, reverend, brother, whatever, all them damn names. But anyway, but yeah, like it's just so much, man. And I'm glad you brought up Christ. I'm glad that you brought up, religion, because it also seems that now there's a huge turn away from Christ, a huge turn away from religion, a huge deviation from that, especially in the black community. And here's the thing, and then Broderick, I want to say Broderick mentioned this a while ago. I don't know, because I don't really be listening to Broderick. But what I have noticed is there is a huge embrace of astrology, right? Astrology. And I find it weird because I've come across, a lot of Christian astrology combination type things going on. Because astrology, if I'm not wrong, is like a pagan form of witchcraft type deal, right? You know what I'm saying? Astrology was made by the white man. Oh man. But I've noticed it, because like I say, just in my ventures, especially since y'all have last seen me, when I've encountered people, had conversations with people, what I've noticed a lot, a question I get asked a lot is about the astrological side. I don't know shit about astrology, right? I don't really know. I know what the signs for. I don't know the traits, and I don't know the things. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker tell me, yeah, Virgo, they can fly. I believe the shit because I don't fucking know, right? I don't fucking know. But I've noticed that, and again, that's why I say I think what we got is like a lack of proper understanding, because we got a lot of people who like to do what's cool. I said it before, black folks, we fall in love with the cool. We fall in love with what's cool. We don't have manufacturing. We don't have a thing. Every other race, every other culture, every other group has a thing, right? And I'm not hating on that. That's what you should to survive. You got to have something people are going to depend on you for. Otherwise, you're useless. All we have is the cool, right? And if you look at it, it's funny because I was watching I think an Asian comedian the other day. He was funny as shit. But he was talking about, black people, they're so cool, or you hear, everything you hear is always so cool, so cool. It's not like, hey, those motherfuckers make the best jump ropes in the world or something. I don't fucking know, but anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we don't have a thing, we have the cool. And so when one person who's popular starts doing something cool, like everybody else black follows that shit. And that's why I say I find that shit kind of like weird, right? And so I don't think a lot of people even understand that. Like, because I've come across to folks who say, hey, you go to church often, but then, you burn sage or you rely on astrology. Like, that seems like a conflict of interest. Now, I don't know shit about history. Look, history class, and that's the craziest thing, right? I told y'all that story that time I slept, like the teacher gave us like 2 days in class to like study for a final. And I slept through all that shit and then had the fucking best grade in the class and people was pissed off. I don't even know. Like back when I was younger, I used to be able to learn from by osmosis or some shit. Like, cause I wouldn't be paying no fucking attention. I just like hear shit and I'd be like, oh, I remember her talking about that shit that day. Oh yeah, that's the answer. Like for real. Like I've never studied. They never fucking give a fuck about none of that shit. But, you know what I'm saying? You say people who believe in astrology are also influenced by weed and other psychedelics. No, whoa. Leave the weed and psychedelics out of this, buddy. All right? They haven't done anything to anybody. All right? You just leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? I haven't watched those videos where they ask history to Gen Z kids. They don't know. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't remember if y'all was in the Discord. This was a while back. I know some of y'all were in there. When I was door dashing, right? And I asked the kids about Dave Chappelle, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, they were like, who? Then I had to get on the thing and like Google it. And then they were looking it up and they thought I was talking about Chris Rock. So they were like, oh, the guy from Madagascar or some shit like that. I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when I realized that I was out of touch. That's when I realized like, there's a disconnect. These are working age people, right? And so that means at the most at that time, maybe 20 to 21 year difference at the most, right? And that's a long time. I didn't think about how long of a time that is. This year, a couple of months ago, would have been my 20th anniversary, 20th graduation anniversary. Right? Crazy. Shannon, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Good to see you. Yeah, whatever happened to 17? 17 is definitely missing. Shout out to Wise. But, like I said, it's a lot of, let me shave my nose hairs. They're like tickling me. When the nose hairs get long, it's no bueno. Astrology, I fucks with that. Began in Houston. But yeah, so like, that's my thing. Is like, I think that we've had so much shit mixed up and convoluted and twisted up. Like, we don't know how to separate from what's real from what's fake. I'm talking about we fall in love with the cool. That's why they use certain particular politicians. I mean, not politicians, certain particular figures. Politicians use certain particular figures to influence the vote. Motherfuckers who don't know shit about shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Man, bro, I'm going to say something, right? And this is not hating. This is just my opinion, okay? I'm not hating. I don't find Drewski very funny. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not knocking it. Obviously, people do to like, to follow your lead or whatever, you'd be getting part. Like, shout out to him because I know he didn't came from the internet and, he's doing, big stuff. I just never found, like, I've never watched the skit and be like, oh, that was fucking funny. Or like, I don't find I don't find what's his name too funny either. Kind of country dude. Like I say, my sense of humor is just, I prefer the dark shit. Like, that weird little, I don't know. What's his name? The dark-skinned dude. I can't think of his fucking name. Nah, not Steve-O. Nah, not Country Wayne. Country Wayne, all right. I don't. Like I said, a lot of these like internet skit kind of comedians, I don't find them too funny. It's a couple of them though that I find that they're like Big Jaw, that little crew of motherfuckers. Them niggas funny as shit. It's another one. It's a dude with some dreads and his head's kind of shaved. He does the little Reggie with the puppet thing. That motherfucker got some funny skits. Desi Banks. Yeah, I don't find Desi too funny, but the funny thing is, I saw him do like a little stand-up thing, and he was roasting on this stud. That shit was funny to the motherfucker. Like that motherfucker. That I was like, wow, this nigga's actually kind of funny. But there's different types of comedy, right? So it's like you can be situationally funny. You know what I mean? You can be kind of like, I guess you would say, slapstick kind of comedy. If you get on a toilet humor type, I guess shit. If you get off into that, but then you got like stand up, and then you got comedic acting, right? And that's what like Kat was going in when he was talking about what's her name a while back, because you can be a comedic actor and not necessarily be good at stand up, right? Because you're not necessarily writing the shit as a comedic actor. But to me, stand up is the hardest out of all of them. And if you can be successful with stand up, like shit. I think you can excel at the others, right? Okay. It was a thing I want to talk about too, real quick, because like I said, I've been tinkering in the background. I don't think the line will come up, so it'll probably just be a short stream tonight. But because like I said, I do got that 3:30 in the morning come quick. Speaking of comedians that I don't necessarily find too funny, but I can respect the hustle. I can respect the craft, right? It just may not be for me. Like that's motherfucker might come in the dinner and be like, oh, I hate this nigga. This nigga sucks. You know, it ain't for you. It is what it is. But what's his name? Whose old lady just passed away, and that sucks because it makes me want to talk about something. It's another topic, but we're gonna kind of dabble in it a little bit. I can't think of nobody's name tonight. Shit. Bring that ass here, boy. DC. Thank you, Big Thillo. You're filling in all the blanks tonight. Let's see, look, I wasn't talking to you. See the phone start trying to steal some shit. It just cut on. Oh, you talking to me? What can I find for you? I don't want you to find me shit. I didn't even know if I had that feature added on that shit.
Dan Strong tipped $10. Salute to you, bro.
Shout out to Dan the man. I appreciate the love. Dan the motherfucking man. Y'all don't understand. I love Dan. Dan is my. If I could be anybody, I would be Dan. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, if I could have the proper character, but I'm not, I'm a deviant, I would be Dan. You know, Dan is a stand-up dude. I appreciate the love, Dan. Thank you very much, man. What do you mean, Dan, the graduate man? Man, I'm trying to tell you. Oh man. That was great. Ricky Gervais was good. But DC, and his old lady passed away, right? And you know that's unfortunate. I understand. I get it. Like, and people were mad, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but I guess they were mad because he was kind of delivering like a eulogy or saying his part, and I guess he was kind of, I don't know if he was cracking jokes or whatever, because he wasn't like bawling out crying, right? And so people had like opinions on that, like how he should be. Like, man, look, you can't tell anybody how they should grieve. Now, you don't want them harming themselves, and you don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want people like, doing detrimental thing, bodily harm. But like people were tripping. Like, it was a big thing. Like it's an Illuminati. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, and niggas be oh my god, niggas be too quick with this Illuminati shit. Like, every nigga who's a celebrity ain't no goddamn Illuminati. Look, like I said, I fuck with the 85 South show. I think DC is a good like MC, like a good host. Like, I think he's really good at that. Like, kind of interacting, like what I was saying, the not necessarily the situation. He's like silly. You know what I'm saying? Not like, I wouldn't necessarily call him like a stand-up comedian. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say he's in a big enough place to be getting offered Illuminati status if we're just using Illuminati theory here. And to be making these sacrifices. Then I saw people, you know what I'm saying? And then I saw people saying, I'm not laughing, I'm laughing at y'all's comments. I saw somebody, I guess an old video from like 2018, 2017 popped up where I guess he was clowning the chick. I didn't watch it. Like I said, I just saw. But people on it, look, he's body shaming her, and it's his fault. He drove her into that because, you know, he was making fun of her body here and this and this. I was like, come on, man. Now, if I'm not mistaken, as far as I know, she had some complications from the surgery, right? And y'all already know how I feel about this, especially, you know, the BBLs and the MBLs. Because more y'all motherfuckers getting the MBLs than the BBLs, and y'all know that shit. Like, I don't understand how a motherfucker would want to play with their body by going under the knife for unnecessary surgeries, right? Like, why? Like, hit the fucking gym. If it's that, if it's that serious. And then the crazy part is like, it's not even that. It's one thing if you got that Dr. Miami money, right? It's one thing if you go and get the Brazilian butt lift in Brazil. I don't know. But like I said, y'all go and get the Mexican butt lifts right across the border in the unsterilized clinic. Y'all let these motherfuckers cut into your ass and into your stomach and your face and everything else with pre-used scalpels and shit. And then what the fuck? But you know, it's like it's crazy. It's crazy to me. I wish the line was working. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, Shane. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Tomorrow when I get off, I'm gonna really take some time to do the research. But like, and here's the thing. I get it. I get it to an extent. But what I won't say that I won't accept is the women who blame men for this, right? Like, because, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't know what the fuck you're gonna get out there. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what the fuck you're gonna do. But again, it's happened too many times. These are people what they give them the mommy makeovers, and that's what I'm saying. They give these. People get these cute names to just the most gruesome shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this generation for sure is out of there. Like, I'm gonna hit you with the blicky, right? That shit sound like a fucking stuffed bat or something. They talk about blowing your fucking brains out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a wild thing. A mommy makeover. Like, what all is that? That's the tummy tuck with like the titty lift, and then I think a fat transfer or some shit, or you trying to get some ass. All of that shit. Like, it's so corny. It's so lame, right? Like, it's really a corny thing to do. Like, hit your ass in the fucking gym and go put the work in. But again, we live in this fucking microwave society where everybody wants everything overnight. I want to compete with so-and-so. I want to look like so-and-so. Well, she did it, so I might as well do it. It has nothing to do with men, right? It has nothing to do with men. 12, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. But yeah, like it's not a man's fault. Women are hyper competitive. But I was watching something. I forgot who said it. But they don't compete necessarily like men do. They're not as outward with a lot of it. They do things subtly, right? And so the Snip Tuck, I remember I never watched that show. I never watched Snip Tuck, but I remember it being real popular. I remember it being real popular, you know what I'm saying? But I never saw it, right? So it's just like, I guess it did, because I know that's probably right around the time motherfuckers start Botoxing and doing all that other shit. What the high school football highlights? I got them on I do actually have them on a different channel, but they it is what it is. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. A PhD and a BBL. You would think that brain power would say, "Hey, don't take that fucking risk." But like that shit is disgusting as fuck to me, though. Like honestly, give me some long titties. Give me a little cellulite ass. You know what I'm saying? Let me have some of that been through the ringer body. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need. I don't want that old plastic Barbie looking shit. That shit there is disgusting looking. Like, and the shit, like, it look good from a distance, but when you see that shit fucking in person, you know what I'm saying? Maze the Great, what's the motherfucking deal? When you see that shit, it just look rubbery, it look fake, it look nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my cup of tea. But who am I to judge, right? Everybody can do whatever they want to do. I'm not the one that has to deal with it. I'm just saying that shit would make my wee-wee soft. Right? So, not my cup of tea. That's a bit. I'm all the way down with that. So I'm actually I'm glad you said that, bro. We're gonna chop it up. Let me know when you got some time. We definitely gonna talk about some things. There's a few different things I want to talk to you about. We still got some skits to do. I'm just saying, like, look, I'm a grown man, okay? I like, we all, I think we're all adults here. It didn't always used to be that way. There used to be some youth in here that didn't need to be in here, but hey, they grown now. That's how long we've been doing this shit. But look, man, I don't want no perfection look. That shit just, I don't want the little hard looking titties. Just, you over there want to start speed boxing that bitch and shit, speed bagging that hoe. Like, give me a real body. I don't want this fake contoured ribs taken out. Like, give me a real woman, dog. Like, all that other shit, like, that's why I say, like, I'm so turned off by that shit these days. Like, but we live in such a fucking fake society. You know what I mean? Like, everybody loves the fake shit. Like, I'm not with the fake shit. Like, that shit is a no-go, man. Keep it real with me. Like, all the way. Oh, man. Oh, and you are. Woo. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Shannon. Yeah, and I forgot you are a younger gentleman. So, and, Lil' Kim, that's what I'm saying. Look at, like, Lil' Kim look crazy as shit. Used to be an attractive woman. Who else look crazy as shit after getting all them surgeries? There's another one. But yeah, it's all crazy. Like y'all ever seen, what's her name? Twerk? What's the one? The rapper everybody love, Minaj. That shit look hard in the motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna hit that shit from the back. That shit look like it hit me back. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that. Like, I'm cool on that. Like, and then it's to the point where, like, the ant booties. Like, nobody tells people that, hey, this shit looks odd. Like, this is noticeably fake. You know what I'm saying? This is very fake. This is, but again, and then why lie about it? Like, if you went and did it, like, why lie about it, right? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Okay, so hear me out. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get ready to slide off of here because, like I said, I'm gonna lay down for a little bit. I'm gonna watch some wrestling. If you have Peacock, and I'm not getting paid to promote this, but they have the greatest shit going, which is they got all the old Raw, like old SmackDowns, like all like from the Attitude Era. That is the greatest shit on fucking TV. I've been watching that shit for like the last week and just letting that shit play. And I think I'm on the part. I'm now where they just splitting the draft with the Raw and SmackDown. That shit is like it's soap operas with fight. It's the greatest thing ever. But here's my deal, right? Because y'all know we got a problem in the black community. There's a divide. There's a battle of the sexes, right? I'm trying to make sure I word this appropriately. Because I don't know if I want to put it in a question or if I want to put it in a statement, but I'll put it in a statement. In my opinion, a chick getting a BBL is the equivalent of a nigga getting his hairline done. right? Like, it's not a necessity. You cool without that shit, but it's really a matter of personal pride. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, I don't value that shit. I'm not interested in that shit. That shit is, like I said, that shit make me. But it's the same thing, right? And I don't want to hear that shit. Nobody give a fuck. You convince yourself that the shit is necessary. But again, like I said, people are willing to die for attention these days. My apologies. Like I said, I really was hoping the line would be up, and I don't know what I did. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say I'm gonna find out tonight. Because I'm not. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna go hop into bed, like I said, and watch Raw. You know what I'm saying? Because Raw is law. Anyway, we'll hop in the Discord after this, right? Because the after party, after every stream, we hop in the Discord, we chop it up. So actually, as a matter of fact, let's do that. If you have some thoughts on tonight's stream, right, and some of the things that I said, let's hop in the Discord. That way I actually can hear y'all's thoughts about it, and we can discuss. We can actually have a very good discussion about it. So we'll do that. Let me give y'all a link to the Discord. Remind me next stream, I will get the highlights, okay? I will get the highlights for the sauce, right? And remind me, and I'll post the link in the sauce of, I think I got my high school senior highlights. You got to understand, our shit was recorded on VHS, so that's how long ago it's been. You know what I mean? It's been quite some time. It ain't going to be no 4K. This shit going to be like 240p. Okay, hold on real quick. Let me edit the link. We get 10 uses, so only the next 10 clicks will it be worth, and it'll expire in a day. Generate a new link, copy. All right, cool. But yeah, so like I said, we get in there. I'll play the video again in there for those of y'all to get a chance to see the video. Make sure you're in that thing. We'll hop in the voice chat right after this. And let me know y'all's thoughts, man. And I definitely want to hear it. And Broderick, like I said, you brought us some good stuff. I want to talk a little bit more with you about that. If you ain't asleep, I don't want you snoring in the damn Discord. But I want to talk about the astrology thing and something else. But with that being said, all right, let me close all this extra shit out. Let's close this shit out. With that being said, man, hey, I appreciate y'all, man. It feels good. Look, this shit, I ain't gonna lie, it's I want some more. Anybody got more than red balls? It's like crack, man. Y'all are a dopamine hit for me, man. Like, I've been, just kind of this past year, just through some ups and downs, getting some things back on. Things have been good as of late, but just to see y'all, like I say, every time I see one of those names pop up that I hadn't seen in shit over a year and some change, like, and just the kind of like, y'all don't understand. It's good to see y'all, man. Like I say, I pray that everything has been going good for y'all. I pray that your families are good. Like I say, I appreciate y'all, man. I thank each and every one of y'all. Special shout out to Dan the man. I appreciate the love. And yeah, I'm telling you, you got some more than red balls. I'm about to turn around and run through the fucking wall and shit. But yeah, I'm finna jump in the voice chat and then like immediately after this, I'm gonna put it on my laptop. I'm not gonna put it on the I ain't gonna put it on the phone because the phone about to die. But with that being said, hey, when y'all talking about doing another karaoke? Maybe it may be a Discord thing, but we need to do that again soon because I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. We need to bring that community feel back. But with that being said, trying to produce, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate you each and every one of y'all. Y'all ain't got to go home. It's late. You guys should already be at home. If you're out in them streets, shame on you. But you got to get the fuck up out of here. Until next time, I'm gonna try to do something before the end of the week, before the end of the weekend. But don't worry about that. Just get in the fucking Discord. I'm gonna catch y'all in that bitch.